Hey guys, it's Dr. Daniel Sugai, board certified dermatologist in the Seattle area. Did my residency training at Harvard Medical School's residency program and moved out here in the Pacific Northwest. I do medical, surgical, and cosmetic dermatology. Welcome to my channel. I've been running this channel for the last 4 years and I'm just so thankful for all of my friends here. Thank you guys for watching the videos. Today's video is going to be quite fun. We're going to be talking about 3 tips to do at bedtime to upgrade your skincare routine. It's important to start your day right with sunscreen and vitamin C serums, but to end your busy day, like I just finished clinic, it was a busy day of seeing patients doing skin checks, skin surgeries, of taking out skin cancers. I want to just go home, take care of my skin. How do I end my night routine and do it right so that I wake up refreshed and my skin is thankful for all of my efforts? What do we do? These are the top 3 tips from a dermatologist. Let's go. All right, number 1, I have to say hands down the best thing I've done for my skin at bedtime would be a retinoid, using a retinoid. So retinoids can come as tretinoin, tazarotene, and those are prescription. And they're great for anti-aging, great for acne, great for hyperpigmentation. They've been shown in studies to help with all 3. They've been out for a long time. But there's over-the-counter retinoids like retinol, which is very common and popular. And if you're a teenager, you don't need Drunk Elephant's retinol unless you see a dermatologist and you have acne. And there are better acne medications than Drunk Elephant's retinol. Now there's adapalene for teens with acne and there's tretinoin we can prescribe, but don't reach for retinol blindly if you don't need it, okay? So please just have a skincare goal in mind. And for me being in my late 30s, I'm gonna go for a retinol or tretinoin or retinoid because I wanna work on fine lines and wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, and my pores, especially over the nose. Now retinol, I usually say use at bedtime because sunlight will deactivate your retinoid, whether it's tretinoin and a lot of times retinol, but there are photostable forms now that are out. I say regardless, just make it simple and make it your nighttime ingredient to use. So after I cleanse my face or after I shower, I'm gonna make sure my skin is adequately dry. You don't wanna apply your retinoid to damp skin because it'll increase penetration and thus increase your risk of irritation, which is a common side effect when you start off on a retinoid. It can even happen when you're an advanced user of retinoids and say your skin's dry and sensitive during the winter time, or you just had a chemical peel and your skin needs a break because your skin had a bunch of strong acids applied to the skin by your dermatologist. We do peels here all the time. You might need to take a break from a retinoid. In general, retinoids, you gotta respect it because it can do some damage in terms of irritation, but the world of benefits you get from it is totally worth it if you can stay with it consistently. Now retinoids will work on acne within 2 to 3 months. It work on hyperpigmentation 4 to 6 months, collagen 6+ months. So those are the expectations when you use a retinoid. Besides the prescription stuff, over the counter, I have to say Alpha Rep by Skin Better Science, whether the intensive or non-intensive, it's just a matter of differences in glycolic acid concentrations. The intensive has more glycolic acid. I like that retinoid a lot. You can use my link down below to go on my store and purchase it. Before, you had to see me and make an appointment to get the, we say medication, but now it's readily available without a visit to a dermatologist. So it's considered over the counter now. But that one's nice because you have a retinoid plus you have an exfoliative alpha hydroxy acid mixed in. You have glycolic acid, you have lactic acid. And so it's a really nice one to put on at bedtime and then moisturize afterwards. If you're a newbie to retinoids, you might want to do a retinoid sandwich where you apply a layer of moisturizer, then apply your pea-sized amount of your retinoid to your face, and then follow up with a moisturizer so you sandwich it in. Over-the-counter options that you can get at your local drugstore, I talk about Olay Retinol 24, CeraVe Resurfacing Retinol Serum. I like Rock a lot. That's my first retinol I've ever used as a dermatology resident in Boston, where I would get exposed to different over-the-counter retinols, and my attending at the time always talked about Rock, R-O-C. And so I went out to a conference and Rock was there and I said, hey, I heard a lot of good things about you. Can I try your retinol out? And I did, and I was like, wow, this is really nice and elegant feeling. It rubbed in really well, didn't irritate my face. I was starting off on tretinoin, which I know was a little rough because I'd get dry and irritated in the wintertime in Boston where it gets really cold. It was nice to have Rock's retinol during the winter and I could alternate like one day tretinoin, other day over-the-counter Rock. They've always had a special place in my heart. I like their retinol. It is fragrance. The one I used was the Retinol Correction Night Cream, and that one's heavily fragrance. I still like it, but it is quite strong, the fragrance. So they've made a fragrance-free version in a jar. It's a nice pump that you can use to dispense the cream. If you wanted to go with like the Ordinary, that's quite popular. I actually did not like their retinols. Their retinols felt too oily, greasy. It just didn't feel nice going on my skin, you know, whereas Olay and CeraVe and Rock just feel so much nicer. I like number 7. Number 7's at Target. That's a great, nice brand that has a 0.3% retinol. And you usually want to go for 0.25% and up. If the brand will disclose the retinol, you want to shoot for 0.25% and up. SkinCeuticals makes a 1%. That's great. I give that to my patients after a peel that they can use. If their skin isn't too raw and their skin barrier doesn't feel too compromised, they can start a retinol like the 1%, which goes well together with the chemical peel, and that's been shown in studies. So there's a wide range of retinols that you can go for. Not to bash Drunk Elephant, you know, you could go ahead and do Drunk Elephant and buy it at Sephora. Murad's another, you know, pretty good brand there that makes a good retinol in the green jar. And then there's Kiehl's, which I like a lot. Kiehl's is great. They make a microdose retinol with peptide. I like peptides because it helps signal collagen production. So you see that Olay, you see that in the Kiehl's microdose retinol serum. They also make a fast release retinol that's, I believe, 0.3% in strength. So that's a nice one if you're an advanced user. Neutrogena with a new retinol cream that's 0.3% that I find to be quite nice. So check that one out. I should review that one specifically later on the channel. Also, please drop any comments if you want me to review or compare and contrast any similar products that are out there. Say Neutrogena, you know, retinol 0.3% versus another brand that has disclosed a 0.3%. Say like number 7, we can always compare the two. So that's retinol. Number 2 is quite important because not only should you moisturize after your retinol, but you should protect the sensitive areas of your face when you're applying a retinol, because things will diffuse. Like your retinol could diffuse towards your eye and cause irritation over the delicate skin of your eye. So retinols, you put a pea size out in your finger, break it up, dots on your face, connect the dots. Definitely don't forget your nose. You can go around your mouth, but this is a very sensitive area. The cheekbones, quite sensitive. Do not apply it within the orbital bone. That could really irritate the delicate skin of the eyelids. And so what I like to do is, look at this cute little sample of Vaseline. This is the cutest sample ever. You're gonna get your Vaseline or Aquaphor or CeraVe healing ointment. Just put a small amount on your eyelid skin at bedtime. I'll bring it a little bit down on the cheekbone because my cheekbones tend to collect tears there. They get irritated. And then you also put a little bit on your lips. Slug your lips, because this is an area where I see my patients get really chapped lips and irritation. We call it Kiehlaitis, where you get inflammation, cracking of the lips, leading to just being really painful. When you open your mouth, it can really be painful at the corners. You can even see bleeding. So while we sleep, the heaters are on and it's pulling out all the moisture from our face. So it's really important to put Vaseline or some kind of petrolatum over the lips, over the eyelids. And so when you put your retinol on, you won't have as much dryness and irritation. So that's my big tip there. I don't recommend slugging right over your retinol, like, you know, putting a whole layer of Vaseline over the layer of retinol you put on your face, because that can really occlude it, trap it in too much and push it into the skin further and cause more irritation. So just use a moisturizing cream to layer over your retinol. Don't slug, okay? But I like to just spot treat this on the eyelid skin and on the lips before bedtime. Number 3, go to sleep on time. I'm guilty of going to sleep late at times when I have a lot going on. Busy family, lots of activities, I got work, you know, making videos, editing videos. I go to sleep at a reasonable hour and I try my best to go to sleep on time. We strive for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. That's so important. We've seen in studies that the skin does need sleep to help regenerate collagen, help repair itself, just like other things. Brain is an example, and also the heart. So people who don't get enough sleep, they can have issues with dementia down the road and cardiovascular disease, and it can shorten our lifespan. So I think sleep's so important. With sleep, I like to talk about silk pillowcases. If you're a side sleeper like myself, you can either get a beauty pillow where it cushions and cradles the side of your face, or you get a nice soft silk pillowcase. I use Lilysilk's pillowcases, and I've worked with them in the past for sponsored videos. This isn't a sponsored video here, but I've just thrown it out there that I've used their pillowcases and they're nice. But whenever you do a pillowcase that's silk, you pay more. But if you're a side sleeper like myself, totally worth it, because when I wake up with a regular pillowcase, those sleep wrinkles are real. And we've seen it published in plastic surgery journals that these sleep wrinkles over time, when you have frictional rubbing and pressure on your face, you can get static wrinkles or rhytids that don't go away. They're permanent wrinkles from laying on your side for so long and so consistently. They lead to wrinkles that just stay there, not just right after you wake up, but throughout the day and every day. These sleep wrinkles are real. Try your best to relieve the tension and pressure on your face with either a sleep pillow. I've used Sleep and Glow, and I've worked with them in the past for sponsored videos, and they make a beauty pillow that cradles the face And then also you can consider a silk pillowcase. So getting enough sleep, sleeping with a nice pillowcase are important at bedtime so you wake up refreshed and without those sleep wrinkles. Check out my video on a morning routine that's upgraded with 3 tips. Today's video hopefully is helpful with upgrading your skincare routine at bedtime, which is so important. Okay guys, so please share the video with friends who are into skincare. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and please leave some comments on products you want me to review, products you want me to compare and contrast, and also just other skincare topics that you want covered on the channel, because every Saturday I'm going to be posting a new video at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So see you guys there every Saturday morning, long form videos. All right guys, thank you for watching the channel. Take care. Peace.